Hello, I'm here. I am here. Good evening. This is your midweek retreat. Welcome to Where's Women Entrepreneurs Affecting Results. We are here. I am so excited to be doing this. Let me tell you, this has been long overdue. I have been fearing coming on and going and hitting that live button. But why y'all didn't tell me I had the request to go live? I didn't know that. I tried to go live last night and I thought I was going to come on and tell you all that I was going live today. It didn't work out like that. I had to wait 23 hours till now to come on here and go live. Good evening, everyone. How are you? I hope that you all have gotten through your day. Your day was productive. But let me just start off by saying I do not take it lightly that you have decided to come and join me tonight. This is my second episode. I did my first episode, but it was pre recorded because I had the live jitters. I was scared of the live lion. You hear me? I was totally afraid. But tonight, my spirit was like, you are doing this. Well, this was actually yesterday. It was like, you are not pre recording. You are going live because you can do this. And I envisioned myself on the other side. And guess what? I'm on the other side. I am actually live doing this right now. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining me, taking time out of your evening to be with me tonight. And I'm happy to talk with women entrepreneurs who are ready to affect the results, whether you are a business owner, you are newer to entrepreneurship, a seasoned business owner, or you're an aspiring business owner, or if you're just a woman out here in the world with us that you're seeking empowerment, inspiration, and education, you are in the right place. This is what we are about. Where it's about our EIE mantra is that we empower, we inspire, and we educate. So tonight, I felt a little anxious because I ended up changing my topic in my episode. Um, and I'm going to tell you why. But let me give you a little bit of housekeeping information. You can reach WEAR, on Instagram at WEAR underscore WBO on Instagram. You can also go to our parent company, Premier Consulting CFL LLC, and you can find us in the project section for where we have a promotional video playing there, and we also have information how you can contact us if you want more information. Feel free to join our newsletter, our email list, where you can stay up to date on all things Premier Consulting and all things Where, and Where presents Gabbing with Gayl. So this is a new platform, and it's constantly changing and taking on a new shape. It's very fluid right now. I'm excited about it because I'm learning, and I'm being involved and engrossed in the back office and the back line of everything. But I'm not going to be long with you tonight, but I do want to tell you, first and foremost, thank you for joining me. I do want to just be respectful and kind, and to say that I did change my subject and my topic tonight, in lieu of the events yesterday. I am heartbroken, gut wrenched, and angry, as most Americans are. And I even thought about not coming on, but something spoke to me, and I received some inspiration from a coach that I work with, that, somebody needs to hear from me tonight. I don't know who it is. Whoever it is, I hope that you're on here. You can feel free to drop your name and your location in the comments. I'd love to know who's on with me tonight. But I just want to let you know that I come on here to do exactly what I say I want to do. I want to encourage, I want to empower, and I want to inspire, and I want to educate. So I want to encourage us through a difficult time. This is a difficult time, whether it's just in life and business and relationships. So I want to talk about how to take care of ourselves and move forward in life with our business, when we know that we're hurting, when the world is hurting. And some of the things we have to think about is how exactly do we do that? You can't wrap your mind around whether it's your own personal situations or whether it's things that like today that's happening in the world. How do you align yourself to stay focused and to still give all that you have when we all carry around our own personal pains, and we often take on the pain of others, sometimes unconsciously or subconsciously, and sometimes we know that we do carry that cross for other people. So one of the things that I think is very important is that you're very cognizant of your mental space, because your mentality drives your view of the world and how you respond to the world. So if our mindset is not correct or not in a good place, anything that we see, it's not going to be good. We're not going to see anything positive. There won't be any optimism, because it all starts up here. Everything we do, how we function, how we see the world, our perceptions, our opinions, they all start up here. So if we could align our mindset and have these self affirmation talks, have self talks with yourself. Our mental space is the core. A lot of people say, "Oh, your heartbeat keeps your body functioning, pumping the blood to your brain so you can have thoughts and thinking you can function. Your mind molds how you function in the world." And that is something that right now a lot of people are paying attention to is mental health. But we're going to talk about taking care of ourselves and our mental health when we're aspiring to reach our goals, we're aspiring to move forward in life and move our business forward, and we run into barricades and hurdles. How do we move forward when we face these challenging times or challenging thoughts? So, what I want to tell you is what happens when we're able to focus on our mindset. When you find your footage and you're in the storm, and the storm changes direction and the storm passes over, we find ourselves playing catch up because we decided to delay what we were doing, like I was going to do tonight. I was going to delay going live, and I was just going to be in a place of feeling lost and trying to get understanding of something that's clearly just uncomprehensible. But I had to push forward. Had I not done that, I would still be fearing going live. I would still be afraid of the live lion. I would be in the corner and probably finding another excuse next week to not go live. But I really feel like I had to come on here because someone somewhere just needed some inspiration. And that's what I'm here to offer to you. So we don't want to get behind. We don't want to play catch up. We don't want the responsibility of looking back and being remorseful, saying, I could have went ahead and did that, but I just didn't feel like I could. So now you're dealing with regret for not moving forward, resenting yourself for not pushing yourself forward, and we're discouraged now because of the delays that we chose to make. We chose to delay ourselves. And so we're dealing with an array of emotions now that the storm is past. The wind has changed directions, and we're still dealing with the delay that we sat in. So, the conscious decision to delay, you have the same choice to make the conscious decision to move forward. Do not focus on the fact that you decided to delay. That's the obvious. What you focus on is one project at a time, re strategize. How am I going to move forward from here? Self affirmations work for me. I talk to myself all the time and out loud. Do you understand? Don't judge me. I have very good conversations with myself. Thank you very much. I enjoy my company and I enjoy my conversations. And sometimes I'm quite funny. I'm just saying. But We need those moments. Take those moments to be alone with yourself and your thoughts and talk to yourself. Build yourself up. Take the time to think about what you're feeding yourself. Be intentional with your words, be intentional with your thoughts, be intentional with your time. And in that time that you're spending, see yourself successful. Envision yourself on the other side of the project. See yourself succeeding and being on the other side of the trial. Let me tell you about me. When I was contemplating not coming on here doing this live, I thought of every reason not to. And I was like, I could use that time to rethink and let me just, rewrite and write my notes and write my script. And I was coming up with so many reasons, AKA excuses, to just not come on here and lay in my confusion, lay in my distress and devastation, and use that as a delay. And that was a choice that I was making. But I had to take the time and think about what could I do differently? How can I see myself on the other side? I want to be in the place where I say, oh, that wasn't that bad. I can't believe I did it. Okay, I'm ready for this. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be right here where I'm at right now, actively doing this. I had to envision myself actively doing this right now. And guess what? You see me, right? Right? You see me? I'm doing this. I am absolutely doing this. I thought about this so much. And what would it take for me to get past hitting that button and going live? And besides having to wait 23 hours and 17 minutes because I did not know I had to request to go live for the first time. Lord, today. But anyway, I did it. So let me just help you understand what the importance is about telling my little snippet of the story about me wanting to delay. I talked about self affirmations, coaching yourself. There's nothing wrong with coaching yourself through situations. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody knows the inner feelings and the voices that you hear and the things we tell ourselves all day, every day when we think we're trying to propel ourselves forward. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you hear that. You don't need to do that. Don't even try it. Stay in your lane. That's not your thing. Or this other one, well, all they're going to do is talk about you, so you might as well not do it. Mm-mm. We don't listen to that. Because just as sure as we can listen to those voices to tell us what we should not do and the boundaries that we set for ourselves, we have the opportunity and the choice to tell ourselves, I'm going to do that. I have everything I need to move forward to do that. We get blessed with gifts, we get blessed with talents. And if you spend enough time with yourself, you will find out and you will know what those things are. And I use this analogy with Christmas. Some of y'all let Christmas linger around a long ass time. But what I do know is when Christmas holiday is gone, those of us that celebrate that holiday and the tree is put up, do y'all leave gifts under the tree? Are the gifts still sitting in front of the window where the tree was at? Are the gifts still in the bags in the closet? Mm-mm. Cause y'all get up and open y'all stuff up just like the kids do. Maybe not as early as they do, but everybody wants to open up their gifts to see what they got. We get gifts. We get gifts that we can open up every single day. Don't leave your gifts under the tree. Don't leave your gifts in the bag in the closet because you forgot you bought so much stuff and you threw it in the closet to hide it and forgot to go get it. That happened to me. Don't leave your gifts hidden. Don't leave your gifts wrapped up. Open your gifts. Spend time with yourself. Meditate with yourself. You have to, I'm telling y'all, manifestation is real. It is so real. Choose yourself. Choose your gifts. Take the time to separate yourself from everything and everybody else, because I promise you, at the end of the day, when those thoughts come into your head, it's not the people that you're worrying about that's telling you that. It's up here, your mindset. We can change that. We have to be careful how we talk to ourselves and how we talk about ourselves. So, when we do that, we take control of how we whisper to ourselves, because the whispers are the loudest. The whispers come when you just either cooking and you're thinking about things and your mind is constantly working and you're starting to have all these ideas and you might even be getting excited, and here come that whisper. You don't have money to do that. What makes you think you can do that? You know what makes me think I can do it? No, excuse me. You know how I know I can do it? Because I was given the gift, I was given the talent for a reason. And what I won't do is sit on something that has been incubating in me from the time I was conceived. This thing is written all over me and in my DNA. Greatness was poured into me, and great I will be. It is my choice, it is my desire, and it is my right to be great. And I will. I feel great right now. Do you hear me? I did not want to go live. I bought some editing software, spent money. My husband was having a fit that I spent that money on that software, because I was going to pre record. I was going to worry about going live. I was going to record, edit, put some sound bites in there, everything to not do what I'm doing right now, because I had to change my mind. I had to realize that I am able, I can do this. I was given the gift to do it, and I'm going to do it. I'm strong enough to do it. I think I'm fun enough to do it. I think so. You can tell me if you think so or not. I ain't gonna pay no attention, because I already know how I feel about me. I know about me. And right now I'm having a good time doing this. I can, and I see, like, I got three whole people on there, and it's probably my family. So, family, I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming on here with me and helping me go through this journey and through this process. So I want to talk about what happens when we change our mindset and we start trying to fix our apprehensions. And when we do that, we face the barricades. It's like we're the track star. We start running up to those barricades, whatever they call the thing. My daughter used the hurdle. You run up to the hurdle. You could go around the hurdle. You're gonna get disqualified. But in life, you don't have to always jump over it. A barricade, you can go over it, you can go around it, you can move it, but you keep going. Nobody said it's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one way to get to Oz, honey. The yellow brick road may have seemed to be the right way to go, but with all the stuff they ran into, I know it was another way they could have went. Because I sure would have tried to figure that out. That is my favorite movie of all time. If anybody want to know, I love The Wizard of Oz. So you will hear from me a lot of references to that movie, because that is my absolute favorite. So I'm going to move on while I'm looking at my notes. So anyway, what I'm saying about the hurdles and barricades is just move it. No one tells you how to get to your road of success. No one is able to dictate to you the GPS on how you get to your success, how you get to your goals, how you manage your life. That is your decision. When an author writes their book, unless they're doing a collaboration, they don't give their pen to other people. And even if they're collaborating, they write their portion, and the other author, writer, will write their portion, and they join it together. However many sections and parties are involved, they all write their portion, their story, their input. They don't hand that pen off to anybody else. Do not give your pen to anyone. Your energy is real. Your energy will manifest exactly what it is you are thinking about. So think about moving forward, jump in the hurdle, walk around it, move it out the way. But as long as you keep moving, do not stop in that place when you face challenges, because that's all it is. It's a test. When I was buying a house for the first time, the first house that I bought, it was constantly the same thing over and over again. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. Oh, we need this. And I was so discouraged. I told my realtor, I'm not doing this. This is aggravating. It's annoying. I'm not doing this. I took my money and I went and bought a car. I went and bought an SUV. And thankfully, he talked me into and told me to go get your car back and your money back. Young and dumb, irritated, but he told me, sometimes they want to see how bad you want it. And it's called hoop time. How many hoops are we going to jump through? How many hoops are you willing to jump through to catapult yourself into the position you envision yourself in? It's a part of life. We have to jump through hoops, or you have to go around the hoop, take the hoop from whoever's holding it, but keep moving. Do not stop moving. You have to see yourself succeeding, even if you're moving at a different pace than you anticipated, but you are moving. Do not stop. You have to keep going. So, I just want to tell you, I know people say, oh, that's easy to say. For the folks that's on here, for my audience that's with me today, let me tell you something. I've been through some stuff and I found it very hard to keep moving. And I was almost in a critical state and just mentally drained and exhausted and debilitated. And I didn't want to talk about it. I was in a very dark place. And oh, I see comments in here. Let me see. Oh, that's my family. I see you, Jersey City. Thank you, Terry. I see my cousins in here. Thank you, Donna. I love y'all so much. Thank you. I needed that right now because I was getting ready to take myself somewhere. But I do want to talk about when I was in a place that I was mentally drained. I was so drained. I lost my mother in 2019 to metastatic breast cancer. I've done everything she asked me to do, and not just like I got it done. I did this, I did that, I did what she asked me to do. Everything is over. I'm gonna go on my life. I'm trying to move forward. And I hit the proverbial brick wall. All of a sudden, and I used to say out of nowhere, but it was not out of nowhere. There were so many signs that my health was failing, but I wasn't paying attention because I was so determined that I was going to succeed and I wasn't going to break and I wasn't going to break under pressure and I could do this. My mother built me for this and I'm better than this. I'm not going to break down. I'm going to keep going until I could not keep going. And I was at a critical state and someone reached out to me in love. It was a coworker that I work with, and she pulled me aside because she could see the obvious that I was not the same and I was going through and I wasn't going to say a word. And when she pulled me aside, the wall came tumbling down. I did not know how to explain to her what I was going through. After getting the help from her, and I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I was on the verge of a heart attack and a stroke. I had been hospitalized. I had heart condition. I had a lot of stuff going on. I didn't know how where to be. I had things going on in my relationship and in my life that I felt like was tearing me apart. And this was just not the opportune time. When is it ever the opportune time? But this was not a good time for all of this stuff to be happening at one time. And I felt like balling up, and some days I did. But I had to remember who I was. I had to remember that there is more in store for me. I have to use the tools I'm being equipped with because I had to go to group counseling 3 times a week and I hated it. I hated it. I resisted it. And the more I resisted it, the more I resented it. The more I resisted it, the more I hated it. until I gave in and said, Gail, let yourself learn from this because you cannot do it by yourself. You are not doing a good job. Your track record sucks. So, when I started embracing the information I was giving, when I was embracing the tools that showed me change your thinking process, adjust how you've trained yourself to think. When I realized I was in control of my mind, it was a whole new world opened up to me. And I started being very receptive to the counseling. And that helped me more than I ever knew it would. Even today, I practice a lot of those skills at work because you deal with personalities, you deal with people every day. I deal with people here in my house. I love everybody in here, but you have to learn how people receive information to be able to effectively communicate and have relationships. So I told you that story. I told you all of that to say we get in some dry, funky, moldy places. And this happens at times. It's nothing wrong with the fact that you find yourself there, but it's something wrong if you allow yourself to stay there. You understand what I'm saying? Don't stay there. We all get to certain places, but don't stay there. Keep moving, keep swimming. Tread water, do the doggy paddle, breaststroke, backstroke, side stroke, do something but keep. Hey, Ray, I see you, Miss Ray, over there in Indianapolis, Indiana. Thank you for coming on. Thank you all so much. So, when you get in these places, okay, I don't want to be too long, but when we get in these places, what do we do to get out, to move forward? What I did, what worked for me, and I've talked with other people and has worked for them, is you just revisit your approach. It's your approach, it's your design, it's your life. If you're talking about business, it's your business. If we're talking about goals, it's your goals. So just revisit your approach, change up the plan. It's called strategy. Move some things around. I had to be very flexible when I was planning to come on here tonight because I had a whole nother topic in store. But I changed up because my energy was different. I had to change it up and I had to trust that feeling that I had to change something. Because I could have been like, no, 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 no. I'm going to talk about this right here because this is what I plan to do. No, I had to switch it up. I had to be flexible. I had to revisit my approach. My energy was different. And it's the one thing I cannot do is I cannot override my energy because my energy is strong and my energy is real and so is yours. So I was true to my energy. I prayed. I trusted the process. I trusted myself. I trusted my gift. I asked God to help me realize what it is I'm supposed to be doing. So I switched it up a little bit, and I hope somebody is finding some nuggets or whatever, that I'm sharing with you tonight. But I do want you to know that it's okay to change it up. It's okay to switch up how you're doing it. You might start out walking slow, you might end up walking fast, you might just kind of take a break to look at which direction you want to go in. But when I say break, I mean change your vision, check your eyesight, see what you're looking at. Why is it important to do that? Because we learn how to shift. Life and business will teach you and show you how to shift and be flexible. It will show you that in the blink of an eye. Just like if you're in traffic and you're in your car driving, you got your GPS on, you driving, you go home from work, you're thinking about getting home from that day. Oh my goodness. But there's traffic, there's an accident. Your GPS will reroute you. You better be careful because sometimes that thing will take you. the West Hill and back, and you in your local neighborhood, and you're like, why is it taking me there? I don't need to go that way. Have an idea where you need to go. Don't let that GPS fool you. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to get off track because I rarely turn that thing on. But what I'm saying is, just like in if you use the GPS or if you know an alternate route, if there's a hurdle or a delay ahead that's going to affect your way home, and you trying to get home, and Lord knows we be trying to get there, you always find another route. You switch it up. You don't sit in traffic. You don't pull over and get out the car and sit there and pout and talk crap and all this other. Now I do talk crap. I talk some trash when I'm driving. Don't judge me, but I do. I do. But I don't stop. I don't pull over and get out and feel sorry for myself that I've worked 9 hours and I'm stuck in traffic. I find an alternate route. I regroup. I refocus. I change my direction. I change my approach. And if we do that in life, when we face her, change your approach. It is okay to make changes. You are allowed. It's your life, it's your goals, it's your business, it's your relationship. You are allowed to revisit your approach. So, what I want to ask you is, what is it that you find yourself delaying with? What is it that you're pondering that maybe you should or shouldn't do it? You want to do it, but you're not really sure. What are some of the things that you think you might want to do, but those whispers are telling you, that's too much work. Don't do that. What can you do? If you got time, and I got some people on here, thank you, 5 people. Thank y'all so much. What you can do, put it in the comments if you feel like sharing and being transparent. But if not, I'm going to tell you something. Every day we're going to face something that we feel like we don't want to do. Can you think back to growing up or something you did early on in your career that you really felt like, I do not want to do this? But after you did it, you learned from it. If you learned from it, all is not lost. We may get uncomfortable at times, but we have to get uncomfortable to move. Because if you living in an apartment and your neighbors make you uncomfortable and they smoking weed every day and they having parties every weekend and they stomping over your head, you got a 2-year-old toddler that you got in the bed sleep and they having parties, dropping to the floor, making all kind of noise, parking all disrespectful. I'm speaking from experience. I'm telling y'all, this happened to me. My daughter Brianna was 2 years old. That disregard and disrespect and how uncomfortable I was when I lived in that apartment. That made me get my ish together and I bought my first house. Had I been comfortable there, I wouldn't have done it. I had to get uncomfortable so I could be catapulted to the next level, to the next leg of my journey. I had to get uncomfortable with where I was so I could find the next exit so I can get off and I could keep going to where I was going. You are going to be uncomfortable in life, but don't stay there. Find an alternate route, switch up your approach, strategize, and be flexible. Be flexible because it's never been told to us that it's going to be easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest celebration for me today, right now, that I'm on here talking to you all and that I actually see people interacting with me. I am over the moon elated, very elated. And I see somebody saying, finding what skills I have that can be another avenue of income for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is something that's one of the things I talk about spending time with yourself, just to engage with yourself. We get so lost in the hustle and the day to day maintaining and surviving, scratching and surviving good time. What do they say? That happy and in a child. or whatever. I don't never see the right words anyway. But we get so lost in the hustle and the bustle and the grinding and the maintaining, we forget to engage with ourselves. We forget to just meditate on being grateful and thankful. And when you have a thankful heart and a thankful spirit, more will be poured into you, more will come to you. I'm telling you, I spend time on my husband made me a diva den on my patio. He told trash the whole time, but he's so proud of his work. I go out there on that patio and I'll turn some classical piano. And this is just me. I'll turn on some classical piano. I'll turn on some meditation music. I turn on wind chimes on Amazon Music. And I sit out there and I spend time with myself and I think about how I'm feeling. I think about where I was, how I felt earlier. How do I feel now? How do I want to feel later? I spend that time with myself. We deserve it. We piece ourselves off so much for everything and everybody else, our jobs, our children, our spouses, our neighbors, our just our everything else but us. We have to remember that we matter. Our energy is big and our energy is real. We cannot be our best selves if we put ourselves on the back burner, and we do it so much. We do it subconsciously without even thinking. We sacrifice ourselves and our time with ourselves. I want us to do better. I want us to try to strive. If you tell me that you could just spend 30 minutes every day, and I'm not talking about when you're driving home from work, because that's not engaging time. That's you watching traffic and looking at everybody else who cannot drive. And if you mean you cussing and fussing, because yes, I cuss when I'm in that car. I cuss. I be 38 hot. I'm vexed when I drive, and it's people that y'all pray for me, okay? Pray for me. But what I'm telling you is, if you think that you could spend 30 minutes after you get home, after you get home, 30 minutes with yourself. Not in the bathroom hiding from your kids, because that used to be me. Not 30 minutes humming to yourself while you cooking. Mm-mm. 30 minutes quiet time with yourself. If you think you can do that, put 30 in the comments. I want to see the 30. Yes, change is good. Yes, it is. Change is change is necessary. Change is good. Yes, it is, especially as women. We put on the back burner all the time. And you know, Donna, the thing about that is, I think it comes from because we saw our mothers do it. We saw the sacrifices that they made. Thank you, Demi. Yes, get them 30 minutes in with yourself. And yes, I do because yes, stop putting yourself on the back burner. You deserve more than that. Why does everybody else get a piece of you except you? Why is that? Why do we feel compelled almost? Like it's obligatory some way. That's somehow that has been what we've seen. We've seen our mothers give so much. We've seen them sacrifice because they didn't get taught how to enjoy themselves and to spend quality times and invest in themselves. And I want us to change that narrative. I want us to retrain our brain and retrain how we think about things, how we see ourselves, value ourselves. We have to be valued, but it starts with us. If I'm going to tell somebody, if I'm going to tell my husband, well, you need to spend more time with me. You need to make our time a priority. I don't make myself a priority. Uh-uh. Hell no, hell no. I am a priority. I have to spend time with myself and be pleasant with myself because if I'm not, mm, the queen, the main queen, and baby, and ain't nobody in here gonna be happy. And they will tell y'all that when the queen ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And I'm responsible for that because it's my thoughts, it's my energy, it's me. I have to make me important. I want you to make you. Why is it that I only see 130 in there? You mean to tell me all four of y'all that's in here, not but one of y'all gonna spend 30 minutes with yourself? Yes, I wish I could get myself to 15 minutes. Cousin Terry, if you could get 15 minutes, start out with 15 minutes with yourself and then add on 15 minutes as the weeks progress. If you could do 50, try tomorrow to spend 15 minutes with yourself, music on or off, door locked, do not disturb, because everybody want their time respected till it's time to respect your time. If you don't grab hold of your time and demand that respect and place the boundaries for yourself, they are not going to do it. And they may not like it, and they don't have to. But the boundary have to be set so that you can engage with yourself, so that you can reignite with your energy, and your energy will speak to you. I promise you it will. Your energy will speak to you. So I'm getting off track because I'm acting like I'm just on the phone with my cousins here. And I know I'm not, because at some point other people will come on here and watch this. And I want them to share in the experience as well. So I'm gonna move on to my last tip, and then I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna be like the pastor. Well, I ain't gonna be long now. I ain't gonna hold you, and we're gonna be on here for 20 more minutes. No, I'm just joking. So my next tip is to, you know, find when you're with yourself and you're spending time with your thoughts and you're reconnecting with your energy and who you really are, not mom, not the wife, not the caregiver, not the executive, not the nurse, but who you really are inside. Find your joy. Find your joy in what it is that you love to do. Find the why you started setting goals. Terry, I can help you. I can help you, cousin. And it doesn't take a whole lot. And we don't know how because we didn't see it done. Because we're so used to seeing everybody sacrifice. But you can't keep sacrificing yourself. You can call me. I will talk to you for 15 minutes. I'll hum to you. I'll play some meditation music for you for 15 minutes. You ain't got to listen to me say nothing. I'll play meditation music for you. Call me when you like, text me and say, I need 15 minutes. I'll tell me what to play for you. Meditation music, rainfall, ocean waves. You deserve it. You are worth 15 minutes and then some. But I understand you have to work your way to that because it's a habit. It's a habit that we have. And we have to break those habits because I'm going to tell you, they will start impacting your life, your health, and you'll end up in a place like, where did all the time go? What did I do for me? What did I do for me? And at the end of the day, that's who you left with. You. And that's a very real conversation. Okay. So tap into what your joy is. Find out where your joy lies. If you tap into that joy and that joy that you feel, and you'll start getting reacquainted with yourself and the things that you love, your why will come up. Why should I do this? Why am I going to do this? And then it'll be, why am I doing this? I am doing this because. And you will have your why. And your why will be the drive to get you to your goal, whether it's a personal goal, whether it's a professional goal for yourself at work, for your own business. But that why will be the engine to drive you to keep going and to apply some tools that we talked about tonight. Um, how I look forward to conquering, this live, I had to think about, why did I want to get on here? What was I trying to accomplish? How did I want to feel after I finished the live? And I'm telling you right now, I'm experiencing it right now. And you all have made me feel so comfortable tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I did not know that it could be this way. So I'm so glad that you all are engaging with me, that you all are participating. You are giving me so much energy and so much love and light. This is reigniting me with my why, because I'm not always in this place where I'm like, okay, I'm re-engaging and I'm acknowledging my feelings and I know what I need to do and I got my goals on point and I got that whiteboard over there and I'm going to do. Do self affirmation and I coach myself a lot. And hi, sissy, hi, sissy, thank you for coming on. I love you. You guys are reminding me and lighting and fanning the flame to my why I am doing this. So I thank you so much for allowing me to be here. Thank you for coming on here and being with me. I just want you to stay engaged with yourself. Be true to yourself. Let your why be your engine to drive you to your success. Choose your success. And when you choose your success, you are choosing you. You are choosing you, because nobody is there in those moments. Not your husband may be in the vicinity, but he's not up here. They can cheer you on and support you, but the main drive is up here. This will keep you moving and give you the agility and the ability to move forward. But this is your drive, your mind, your mindset. Keep your mind healthy. Keep your mind nourished. Be intentional with your thoughts, your energy, and your time. Your gifts are your dreams. Your dreams are your aspirations. And that is what makes you do what you want to do. That's what makes you set your goal. So for me, the fear for me was in doing the live, how to do certain things I didn't know how to do. But I had to see myself successful in those things. I had to see myself on the other side. I had to remember my why, to connect with my engine. My why is my engine. I had to connect to that. The trip we take ourselves on, we have to make sure that it's worth it. We are driving our own machines. We are well capable. I know you can do it. We all have it. We can do it. I want to share something with you about time, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, because praise God, we've been on here for 48 minutes. Lord have mercy. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Thank you. I'm going to tell yes, yes, yes. God, your thoughts, your talents, gifts, and skills are shining bright like a star. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Terry. I love you. I'm so glad the message is well received. I love you all for engaging and responding to my talk tonight. And I want to tell you something before I let you go. This is about time. I learned about time almost 3 years ago when my mother was in my home in hospice. And she told me, I didn't know the time would go by so fast. And I thought it was so much more I was going to be able to do. That weighs heavy on me, because there is so much that I want to do. There's so much that I am going to do. And I am in control of how and when I do them. So don't let time go by. Give it all you have, because that's all you got. Wear your gifts. How are you going to wear it the rest of the week? You know what I want you to wear the rest of this week while you here at your midweek retreat, at your wearing it on Wednesday session with Miss G, Gabbing with Gayl. I'm going to tell you something. I want you to wear them 15 minutes with yourself. I want you to wear them 30 minutes with yourself. Wear that. Wear that. And I hope it helps you connect with yourself. Sissy, I want you to wear your uniqueness and your genuineness. That is a part of your gift. I want you to wear your divaliciousness. I want you to wear your humility like you do all the time because that transfers over to other people and it inspires people to try to be better. Because you damn sure inspire me to be better because I'll be a hot mess sometimes. But I have to recollect and I refocus, I realign, I strategize, and I change my approach. Because sometimes, okay, sometimes. So I just want to tell you all, thank you for wearing it with me today. I am going to be back next Wednesday with the guest, Brianna Pryor, who is the owner, entrepreneur, and mother of two young CEO boss babes of Sweeter Dreams Beauty Cosmetics. They are going to be my guest on my Wearing It Wednesday, Gabbing with Gayl. And she's going to talk about how she started a cruelty free, toxic free cosmetic line for little girls to play in because we all wanted to play in the makeup, but we knew we better not had to touch that stuff or we'd have got our back cut. Okay. We knew not to touch it, but she encourages the creativity of her young daughters, and that creativity, her daughters got in her makeup, and one of her youngest daughters had an allergic reaction. And that was her why. And she started her cosmetic line. So you want to meet Brianna and her two daughters, London and Denia. They will be on with me next Wednesday. And I don't have to wait 23 hours. I could come on here on time, in my time, at the right time to come wear it with you next Wednesday on Gabbing with Gayl on my YouTube channel. Can I give you all an applause? I love you all. Thank you so much for coming on here. You mean the world to me. This has been an amazing experience. Thank you so much. Let me ask you this. If you would like to join our Wear email newsletter, please email me at wear, at premierconsultingcfl.com. And yes, I'm thinking of changing that domain because it is extra long, baby. But until then, email me at wear at premierconsultingcfl.com or go to my website, premierconsultingcfl.com, and just sign up for the newsletter through the website or hit or contact us. Send me a message that you want to sign up, you want to be notified, you want to go and read the blog. I do a blog every month, every month. So my main blog is on the website. My June blog will be up by hopefully by the second week of June. Or before then, but I just want to thank y'all so much. Oh, I love your comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Thank you all for supporting me. I love you for coming on, and I love you for wearing it with me. So at that time, it has been 53 minutes. I'll give you time back to start trying to shine with them 15 minutes with yourself. Give it 30 if you got 30, but just give yourself something. So I'll see y'all next week on Wednesday with Gabbing with Gayl, and we'll talk about how we wearing it with Brianna Pryor and Sweeter Dreams Beauty. So make sure you like and subscribe so you know when I go live next week with Brianna. I want to see y'all back on here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. You mean so much to me. And I'll be wearing it with y'all next week. Have a good night.